And a happy Friday to you sports fans. This is the Proview Rundown. We're not Adam Deal. Adam Deal, he's too busy. He's too big time. So today, Alden and I will be holding it. Josh Beartrap Brown, Alden Ball So Hard University. We've got Jason Southwest Pole in the zoo. And then,
extra
a little
close.
extra close there. Good. Hey. President owner Steve Davis will join us later. So let's get right into it. Last night, a huge district matchup. Atrisco Heritage, Rio Rancho. Jason, you did that game. I mean, specialists. And we had some special commentators on there. J.J. Buck and Jeff Simbieta of 610, the sports animal, were on there. They did a great job. Little technical difficulties, but so Alden, I mean, we've been seeing Atrisco, defending state champions.
Yep.
Rio Rancho, Wally, he's always great out there. I mean, were we expecting a great game, or was it kind of, Atrisco's top of theirs and Rio Rancho was just kind of fighting an uphill battle?
I think this is a game that that everybody expected to be a great game. I actually saw this matchup in the Metro basketball tournament at Sandia. I feel like these two teams are really good because Atrisco, they're super solid, and they're solid on the defensive end, and they're solid on the offensive end. Rio Rancho, they're really solid on the offensive end with David Patterson. So stylistically, I feel like it's a really good matchup for both teams. Defending state champions. I mean, not Clay, but David. He's everything for him, and he put up mad points against DeMarcus Sutphin last time they played in Metro. I think he put up 31. He was like doing some James Harden, he was like averaging 30 points a game. He might still be, but David Patterson's probably the best pure scorer in the league, and we got Sutphin, the best lockdown defender in the league. So
a couple surprise players, Jason. I mean, you've been praising him all morning. Who's your player of the game out there? Who set you off?
I'd say my player of the game, Josiah Ramos, solidified. He's good, he's great, but Josiah shows he's the leader of that team. Crawford came in huge. They have a Crawford who, I guess his uncle was Royce or something from UNM, just a legend.
Royce Only? Yeah.
Royce Only. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I think a lot of people have heard of him.
But you had two jams in the game. You had an overtime. The people got what they paid for, and I enjoyed it. And of course, Jeff Simbieta, J.J. Buck, 610 in the morning. They were vibing it. They were loving it. They actually said these high school games are actually kind of interesting, actually. So I enjoyed it.
Hey, it's cool too because I've done some college soccer with J.J. Buck before. Jeff Simbieta has been in here on multiple occasions for the New Mexico Bowl.
Executive director of the New Mexico Bowl.
They're great, and they're great supporters of this network, and we appreciate them coming down to the high school ranks and calling a game.
All right.
So let's get to the highlights.
And
Another one for Rio Rancho. Nice baseline throw. All the way and throwing it down.
They're extending it all the way out there looking for that.
But an answer for Josiah.
Great look.
Inside and the finish. It's Ramos, he'll take it. Drains it. Josiah. Crawford. Nice shot, nice. Marcus Crawford.
So who's going to score for Atrisco?
What a step.
Ramos.
I love that matchup. Ramos not shy at all. Look at that shot over Patterson. Just don't want to settle.
Well, they're very patient. Nice.
Morales with the drive, trying to use the rim. He does. Against Eldorado. Patterson's shot is blocked. Coming through was Crawford coming back the other way. Crawford will finish it with authority. Hodnett, what a pass inside. Look at that. Back out Patterson with space for three. Drains it. Gets comfortably finishing with the left hand moving forward.
Good ball. Good pass to the high post. Crawford turn around and drops it. Patterson one-on-one around Ramos. He's fouled. Taken by Crawford. Another chance. Or now,
definitely see both finishing the game. Ramos.
Boy, it's actually the Jaguars. broken in the front court. Chavez, great look down low to Gallegos for the bucket.
The jump.
Gallegos knocks it away, comes right back down to Ramos, who uses his body to get back to the basket. Good ball handling by Patterson. Pulls up from the elbow. That's pretty. The hands of Ramos for the Jaguars. Down by 2.
No
Terrific
look.
pass down low. Ramos straight back. Terrific feed to Crawford.
Rams head coach calling it out, but Patterson.
Down the lane, right-handed. Just flipped what they were doing. Gallegos flipped. And, and a foul. And a foul. Is no good. Rebound. Lucero. Corner. Launches it. 4-point overtime. Crawford from Ramos. Lay it up and in the front court. Patterson baseline. Lay it up. Offensive foul. Looks to create. From the elbow. A floater. Gets the shooter's roll. Owen. Ramos. The junior swoops down the lane. Lays it up and in. Ramos. Drive. Goes it away.
Back with it, he'll take the.
Boom, there you go. Just like Jason said, I mean, the fans got what they paid for. Game going into overtime. I mean, district foes. And, I mean, clearly in that 5A, that's the district, right, Eldon? I mean,
Oh, yeah, hands down. I mean, you got like at least 3 of the top 4 teams on that. You know, this district's going to be crazy. It's going to be a grind me out district. I feel like not every single game is going to live up to this kind of hype, but it's going to be all the games are going to be pretty close like this, I feel like. And you know what I wanted to say too? Look at Etrisco. How many, like, they have so many weapons on Etrisco, and I feel like from the turnover that they had last year with the state championship team losing Arroyo and a couple other guys, that this team has figured out who they are, and they know their roles, and they play within the system. I like Etrisco. They could definitely make a deep run in the state playoffs, and even maybe possibly hoist that blue trophy again.
That's true.
Josiah Ramos,
Jason, you weren't kidding, man.
the most unguardable player in the state, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, he can get his shot off pretty much against anybody.
And then you got Coach Ortega guiding him he's got the most winningest record in 5A right now, easily. So they got all the tools.
Is this moving them up? I mean, does this get them in that conversation with, I mean, overtaking Volcano or Cleveland or even jumping Las Cruces up there? I mean, or does this say Rio Rancho? I mean, Rio Rancho pulled this game off. In overtime, is this Rio Rancho's coming out party saying, hey, you guys haven't talked about us all year. Don't forget about us. We're in this district, and hey, we can handle these guys. So,
you know, I think next time, the next time they play Rio Rancho might come away with the victory, just because when they played in Metro, they lost to him by like 8 points or so. This time it went into overtime, barely lost. So I'm looking for Rio Rancho to figure out what they got to do against Etrisco next time. Wally Salata, he's a numbers guy, so he's gonna look into the statistics and see what kind of other ways his coaching can impact the game, so the Rams can get on top.
yeah, and the Rams, I mean, obviously showing they're not just David Patterson on that one.
Quick question. What would you rather see, state final, Cleveland Volcano or Etrisco Rio Rancho?
I mean, after that type of game, I mean, it's a shootout there. I mean, that Rio Rancho, I mean, 2 dunks in that one plus overtime, the shooting, what we had 2 buzzer beaters to end the second and the third
2
quarter.
buzzer beaters,
Ramos
2
hit one
jams,
and
it's
Crawford.
like-
So, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want that in a state championship game?
But Cleveland, I love watching Cleveland and Volcano Vista with Gray. That game went into a buzzer beater shot with Gray.
What about the games this week? We should call this week buzzer beater week, because every game we've done this week has pretty much been a buzzer beater shot to win the game. I mean, Bernalillo versus Valley, Volcano versus Cleveland, and now Rio Rancho versus Etrisco. We can only pray that a result like that will be on my 50 tonight with the Valley Vikings and the Del Norte Knights.
We'll definitely get back into that. We'll bring Steve Davis, president and owner of Proview Networks, in after that. But first, the Dream Style Top 10 Plays of the Week.
And he's wide open. You do not leave Amir Muhammad wide open.
Here's they want to push. Here comes Ahola. She didn't have any teammates, so she didn't matter.
Try to set it up, nice dish to Crawford, barreling inside, spinning, a little lay-in, yes! You can see her struggling to get down the floor.
Rivas, Twine.
Gates. Now Nitafan on the dribble. Looking against our net. Off the window. How did it go? Back out to Evans. Calling on the dribble. He'll spin. Find underneath. Another one for Evans.
Look at this. Steve Rivas is going to swing it out to Burke for 3. Twine and a 9.
Let's see if Dockery will try to bring it home, and he does. Isaiah Dockery, the breakaway dunk. I thought he might try that. Underneath, Evans first to the floor, and Evans from the seat of his pants throws the outlet to Nitafan. Here's Johnny on the other end.
Rivas will get it back. She wants a three-pointer. Rivas for 3. There it is! And everybody knows it. And a timeout is going to be called by Manny Otero. 1,000 points plus in her career here at West Mesa High School. Congratulations, Maya Rivas.
It's that time of the year, sports fans. It's the 10th annual Garden Swartz Great Southwest Track and Field Indoor Classic. It's February 9th in 2019. The best athletes from across the nation come together for one event. Check out more information at GreatSouthwestTrackandFieldClassic.com.
This is Coach Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. Hello to all you parents out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I want to congratulate 38 years for the AYBL. You guys are doing a great job. You've shaped a lot of lives, young men and women, and you'll continue to do that. Parents, get involved, sign your kid up. It's a great program. It helped shape who I am today, helped shape me as a basketball player, as a coach. So get out there, sign them up. Have a great season. Good luck to everybody.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Rundown. Now joining me, president and owner of Proview Network, Steve Davis. Color commentator on these My 50 games of the week. We got a big one in the, what is it, 4A now, right?
Yeah, well, you're moving down.
4A District 6. I mean, new foes. I mean, not new to play each other, but new foes in district. Valley, Del Norte. I mean, Steve, what are you looking forward to in tonight's game?
Well, first of all, you know, Del Norte, welcome to Proview Networks.
Yeah.
I mean, moving into with the likes of Hope and Valley and Highlands and Bernalillo.
Yeah.
What an upcoming district that's going to be
a great one. We've seen Bernalillo from this district and Valley. I mean, we saw that game kick off with that buzzer beater Alden was talking about. So I mean,
Coach McIntosh, you know, making his first debut on My 50 and 50 game.
Statewide. Looking back, I mean, the Del Norte Knights, they struggled midway through. I mean, in that end of the non-district season, but they've won 2 in a row here. So, you know, 1-0 in district. Valley had coming off that tough loss to Bernalillo. I mean, so there should be some fireworks tonight.
Well, and Del Norte, big victory over at La Cueva earlier in the year. They haven't beat them since it was almost 40 years or something like that.
So that was a huge win from them. I mean, and then Alden, I mean, come back to the lounge. I mean, how you saw Valley. What should we expect from Valley tonight?
You know, I just want to say hi from my hotel suite in Toronto. Steve Davis, you know, he hooked me up with the travel agent, got me up in this lounge. So just big shout out. But you know, Valley, you know,
Make sure you get that helicopter ride back in by game time, okay? Don't enjoy the
helicopter ride back.
Very no expensive. Fine dining.
Yeah, right. But this is fine dining at its
Looks like you cleaned the table pretty good too.
Yeah. So when it comes to Valley, though, you know, it's Chavez does big things for them. He's their big shot guy. He's their go-to guy. But Valley also has I don't know his first name, but Baker. His last name's Baker, and he was having a good game, but he fouled out in the fourth quarter. So maybe that's part of the reason why the Vikings went down. But with Oyeku hurt, this team's still the classic Valley. You can't count them out of any game, even if they're down 14 points in the fourth quarter. This team still has a lot of fight, and Joe Coleman, you know, he rallies his troops and he gets them playing their best in the fourth quarter. So if Del Norte's in the lead and they let Valley hang around in this one, expect Valley to come back.
All right, and then I mean, jump on over to our Comcast game of the week. Alden, you'll be doing that game. It's the Capital Jaguars coming down from Santa Fe to take on the Albuquerque High Bulldogs. I mean, that's a new district matchup.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. You know, I was kind of skeptical earlier this week when I went to go see Valley and Bernalillo, just because I was just like, dang, I'm not going to get this Albuquerque High versus Valley. But Valley and Bernalillo didn't disappoint, and I'm looking for Albuquerque High and Capital not to disappoint. Albuquerque High's record's a little deceiving in my opinion. They have the best, one of the best all-around shooters in the state with Jude Tapia. But I haven't seen too much of Capital. Yeah, and I haven't seen Capital yet this season, but they've been floating around in our Proview Top 10 poll a little bit here and there. So I look for Capital to take care of business, but watch out for the Albuquerque High Bulldogs, because with him and Serrano, they're pretty good 1-2 punch when it comes to the backcourt shooting. So watch out for that.
Well, playing at home, Albuquerque High is always tough there too. And I mean, Capital, we've seen them twice this year, Steve, on Proview Networks, and I mean they've shown up every time.
Well, I'll tell you, you're right. I mean, this district, and I think Albuquerque High is records deceiving, and they got one of the best. They do have the best scorer in the state. Yeah. So anytime you have that, and what Albuquerque High has to do is they have to play for 32 minutes. They don't have a lot of room for error for winning the game, and so if they play a complete game, they can beat anybody in the state.
And then I mean, let's go back to last night's game. I mean, you and Adam, you set up this game where JJ Buck and Jeff Symbieta hop on there, basically take your guys' gig for the night.
Well, so, I mean, truthfully, I want to really thank 610, the Animal, and JJ and Jeff for their enthusiasm, their excitement, their professionalism, the preparation. I stayed home and listened to the game, and they went out and did homework. They knew how many wins and losses of the whole district. They knew the scoring averages. At halftime, they pulled up. They went through every player with their scoring, and those guys are used to going into the pit and get the great pleasure of people giving stats to them. Have a little pregame meal, go have a water and all that, and they really embraced it. And I think it really opened their eyes up. One of where Proview has really done a great job in promoting high school athletics. And it seemed like to them that instead of us going to 610 and being all excited because we're on 610, they were like, man, we get to be part of Proview. And I think that really, from me over the last 11 years, seeing that and to have that kind of, letting say the major media sources excited to be on Proview. And it was just like, oh, well, we don't want to do it because our level's not that good. I mean, they came in and they really, they were excited. They talked good about Proview. They talked good about it. Jason, our production. Even Adam stepped up and did camera work. I mean, I mean, I think that's what
Had a deal on camera.
I think.
Stepping up, buddy. There you go.
I think that's what, you know, people learn from this. And again, this morning on the radio, 610, they're talking about the excitement they had in the game. And of course, you know, anytime you have an overtime, you have to.
Game winning like that, buzzer beaters for every quarter, a couple dunks in a high school.
It doesn't get any better than that, and I don't. And it was just a perfect, you know, and bigger than Jeff Simeo's 610 and Proview Networks is that we really, you know, the coaches, they did a good job of talking about the coaches, talking about the players, talking about the nice gym, the APS, the product. You know, it was just, you know, truthfully, I was overwhelmed. I you know, thoroughly enjoyed it. I was upset because I didn't get to be there to do the whole overtime game, but it was really neat to see where Proview has gone from 10 years ago to now, and to see have that respect of you know Jeff Simeo, as you said, executive director in Mexico Bowl, you know, one of the best sports announcers in
Mexico, he's a legend here.
Right. So there's, and then JJ Buck, an upcoming star in himself, and you know, all the stuff he does with the Lobos. To see them excited and you could tell. I mean, they came with energy. It wasn't like, oh man, we're just doing another game and or help out the kids or whatever. They were like, hey, can we do another game, and when can we get in it? And it's going to be tough for them to break in the app. You know, I just want to know that, let everybody know that it's Adam and Steve. All right, it's Adam and Steve. Okay, so
we'll let you know, Jeff and JJ, if we need a B squad. All right. Coming up next after the break here, we'll go over some top 10 polls, go over what's going on tomorrow night, maybe a couple games, swimming, diving, and you know, New Mexico runners. We'll go over that schedule, the top 10 poll after these messages.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
This is Amaya Brown from the Sea Below Cougars. You are watching the Daily Rundown only on Proview Network's Comcast Channel 26.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
And I'm back. Adam Beal, not here today. So it's the Crew in the Zoo takeover here. All right, coming back. Alden, still in Toronto?
Yeah. It's I have to say I'm sorry, but it's really cold here right now. I'm glad I'm inside. I'm just really glad I'm inside right now.
All right, this is the Crew in the Zoo takeover. So Jason, Alden, we're at past Metro now. That's usually about the halfway point for high school basketball. What team has really got you guys going? I mean, let's subtract, maybe Cleveland Volcano because we've seen them so much, and those are the top 2 tiers. So, who are you guys thinking other than Cleveland, other than the Volcano? Oh, let's even add up. Hype or not hype?
Yeah, hype or not hype.
Other than Cleveland Volcano, who's your team?
That's a good question. You know what? I'm gonna go with the the El Dorado Eagles.
Eagles fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jason's Eagles. You know, because wasn't Quintana in the studio the other day shooting
local
focus?
He stuck in.
So you know, I just from what you guys were telling me, it sounded like it was a fiery, passionate show, and you know, you guys were talking about some things that happened last year. We won't get into them, but they're not gonna let it be close this time, and they're gonna if they're in that semifinal, they're gonna go for the gold. And you know, I feel like they have one of the best backcourt possibly in the state with Quintana and Cameron. So you know, I'm gonna say El Dorado Eagles.
Jason, what are you thinking? Are you gonna stick with them? Go fly, Eagles fly.
Of course, you got to stick with them. I mean, they have experience. They've been here before. Roy Sanchez is cool as a cucumber when it comes down to these. And they want to prove that just because last year, whatever, call it what you want, the time they got screwed over, who knows. But they're trying to say something. But real talk, Quintana's got to be way more consistent. I mean, Valencia, he's got it, we know it. And sometimes Carter is like the third guy, which is what they need, a third guy to spread him open. If he comes in hot and shoots his threes, that's going to be huge for him. But as far as consistency, it's Volcano and Cleveland. They're consistently doing good.
No Las Cruces thoughts for either of you guys there either. I mean, we did get to see them play. What was it in the Joe Armijo tournament this year, right? I mean, William Benjamin, and then we saw them against Monzano. We saw Deuce and Sandia Monzano. That was it. Las Cruces played Sandia, then the next day played Monzano. So, I mean, they are the #1 team in the state right now. Do we need to see more from them, or is it just that
I think I personally need to actually watch them because I only did the Joe Armijo games, and that seems like a lifetime ago now. But I would say them and Atrisco Heritage and El Dorado are kind of that
show me something teams.
Yeah, the three teams that could win the blue trophy, but I feel like they still all those teams have a little bit to prove before they actually hoist that blue trophy over Volcano or Cleveland.
And wait, folks, wait. Adam Deal is in the building. Just to let everybody know, he did show up. I guess he forgot that we do shoot the show at 11 o'clock. The autograph session before the show. That's right. I'm sorry. One of the crew. You're right.
How about this week or the past 2 weeks? We've had Adam Deal and Roger Holian run camera. You cameramen for Proview Networks better watch out because these guys are coming. Roger, I mean, I didn't see Adam's work last night too much besides the highlights, but Roger Holian, he was holding it down at camera at that Hope tournament. So
man of million talents. Well, that's all we got today. I mean, it was fun. Crew in the Zoo takeover for Jason, Southwest Pole. Alden Ball So Hard University.
Oh yeah, we got some swimming going on.
Swimming that? Sorry. I got a little nervous. Adam is in the building now, and now I'm sweating. So to kick off tomorrow, 8 a.m. on the NFHS network and on Comcast 26, we have boys Metro swimming. Oh no, diving first. Yep. Then separate stream. 10:45 will kick off the diving, and a huge indoor soccer matchup out in Rio Rancho. I'll be doing that game. So it is the Juarez Cuervos versus your New Mexico Runners, 5 p.m.
How about those runners coming off their first win? Hopefully they can keep it going.
They can keep it going. Casey Gassan, their goalkeeper, I don't know if you guys saw the highlight, scored on an overhand throw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From goal to goal. From goal to goal.
I guess that happens in the real
Is that like? Did he channel his inner Patrick Mahomes and just
it did something? But hey, it was cool. Runners going for number 2 for the Crew in the Zoo. I'm Josh Brown. We'll see you later.